it was like I was the Negro who wouldn't stay in line. I wasn't the one who was half naked and would dance for them and entertain them and so that they can clap. You know what I mean? I'm the one who is exposing real truth, real agendas, and I don't look like what they market. You know, when I went to that abortion clinic, they had on the wall, "We help Black women." Margaret Sanger Square. I protested at Margaret Sanger Square. We all know the story of her. So it was a double offense because I'm supposed to be the client and I'm supposed to be the help. And I am here going against the narrative and the agenda. And also, I experienced it, I lived it. So it was a double whammy. And that's why they hit me with everything they got. But this movie exposes all of that, how they use their position and their office and their power for little old me. Like they took some big hits at me. And I mean, there's even stuff unfolding because I have lawyers working on my situation right now, and we're unfolding a lot more information. But these guys, they threw the book at me, but they also threw the fullness of their force at me because they don't like my voice.
So, and they don't want it to get out there, obviously. The movie stars Angela White. We know her as Blacc Chyna more commonly, who's went through her own kind of evolution. And I've followed her journey a little bit on socials. I think she's the perfect person for this film. And it looks like she did a great job in it. I think it's a
Right.
film that is very compelling and would probably get a lot of attention, and that they don't want you to watch.
Yeah.
So what justification, when you call up movie theaters or when your representatives call up, what justification are they giving for not showing the film?
They're pretty much saying that they don't have the audience for this film. They're basically what's happening is they feel like this movie doesn't fit the narrative that they want to put out. That's the bottom line. We were on the roll. You have to understand the movie comes out August 15th. Everything was in motion and we just came to a full stop. They basically just told us they're not showing this movie. They don't want to show this movie. They don't have the audience to offer to this movie, right? We know that's not true, obviously, but it's like just abruptly out of nowhere they just were like, no, we're pulling out. So we know, and the producers I spoke to about it said pretty much, Bev, we've never experienced this before. We're being blackballed. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. He thought it would be a smooth situation, but I don't think he understood the fight that we're up against. But he's learning. He's becoming a veteran real quickly. Um, this is it's conservative, it's pro-life, but it's powerful because God is the author and finisher of this. And it's literally, you would have thought this movie was fake and it was narrated or beefed up. But this movie is 95% truth. The only part that didn't really happen is the pastor praying for my husband in the courtroom. Other than that, every single scene in this movie, it happened. And it happened the way it happened. I made sure of it. So it's just the story and the narrative is being blackballed because this is a powerful story and they don't want it to get out.
It is a very powerful story. Yours has been, like I said, one of those stories that just grabbed us as we watched you going through, as we watched you going into prison, and then the day you came out. I know that you're calling on churches to get involved and groups to, get private venues and show the movie, which you can do. And you can email info at watchpardonme.com. We encourage you to do so. Get a showing going in your area because I think it's a compelling story. I think people want to see it. We don't agree with those movie theaters. We know that's just an excuse they're using because they're afraid of how impactful your story will be in a well-done movie. Tell us, Bevelyn, before we run out of time, how are you and your family doing now that you've been through what you've been through? You got pardoned, you're out, and then I'll just go ahead and ask my follow-up because we're tight on time. Are you going to maybe sue the federal government for targeting you?